Nie lękaj się, jestem przy tobie cały dzień. Nie lękaj się, jestem przy tobie, nie bój się. Nie lękaj się.
Hi grade 5s and 6s, Szczęść Boże. Today we're going to be doing a joint katecheza, so there's just one link and we're going to be doing one topic for both classes. So today we're going to be talking about our parish and Catholic community, czyli nasza parafia i wspólnota katolicka. Let's begin with a prayer. W imię Ojca i Syna i Ducha Świętego. Amen. Lord, help us better understand your will for how each of us can help our parishes and be better members of our church communities. Ojcze nasz, któryś jest w niebie, święć się imię Twoje, przyjdź królestwo Twoje, bądź wola Twoja, jako w niebie, tak i na ziemi. Chleba naszego powszedniego daj nam dzisiaj i odpuść nam nasze winy, jako i my odpuszczamy naszym winowajcom. I nie wódź nas na pokuszenie, ale nas zbaw od złego. Amen. W imię Ojca i Syna i Ducha Świętego. Amen. Okay. So today we're going to start off our lesson with a few questions I have for you guys. So I'm going to ask you this question, and then you're going to have 2 minutes to answer, and there's going to be a timer on the screen, so you don't have to be worried about not knowing how much time you have left. So the first question, make a list of all the groups you are part of. So by all, I mean all of them. So examples, you're part of your family, you're part of your school, you're part of the apartment building or the neighborhood you live in. Any single group you can think of yourself belonging to. Maybe you're a fan of a sports team, then you're part of that group of people. Any group of people that you're part of, just list it out. So as many as you can, and here's the timer for 2 minutes. Let's go. Okay guys, 30 seconds to finish up your lists. Okay, great job. So maybe these are some of the things you have listed. School, family, a sports team, so like your soccer team, your swim team, football, whatever. Your dance group or dance team, your choir, czyli cholka, you're a member of your country, your continent, and your parish, right? Okay, great. So next question. Or God created us to live in communities or groups. We are happiest when we are sharing our life with other people, not just living alone. I think especially in COVID, we can all agree that we miss meeting up with all our friends. We miss seeing all the people we used to see when we were part of groups outside of our home. And yes, our families are one of those groups, but God also intended that we have other people that we interact with. So why does this make us happy? Because we get to work together, we get to care for each other, we get to cheer each other on, and we get to spend time with each other, just as friends. So, next question, guys. What are the things that make us members of our church or our parish? So just like when we were talking about groups in general, like sports teams or your family or a club, when we're part of our parish, we're part of it because we spend time together, we care for each other, and we help each other. We pray together, we worship God together, and we tell others about Him. So similarly to the other question I asked, this is your second question. And again, you're going to have 2 minutes to answer it. So what are things I do or can do that make me a member of my parish, a good member of my church community? So remember these things we talked about, that making us a member of the church means that we spend time together, we care for each other, we help each other, we pray together, we worship God together and tell others about Him. So what specific ways do we do this in? What specific groups or things can we do in our parish that help us spend time together, that help us pray with each other, that help us worship God together? So again, 2 minutes, and then we're going to talk about some answers you guys may have had. Okay, just about 1 minute left. Okay, guys. So time is up. Let's look at some answers you may have had. So hopefully when you were thinking about this question, you wrote down some things like that we meet every week for Holy Mass, from Święta, right? And even now that we're doing it at home online, you're still meeting at the same time. You're joining Mass at the same time as all the members of your church community. So you have all these families watching Mass at the same time, celebrating it at the same time that the priest is celebrating it in the church. So it still counts as a great church community activity that we do. The central activity we do as part of our parish is attend the Holy Mass together, receive the sacraments of the Holy Mass together. And then part of that is that we participate fully in the Holy Mass. So that means that we say the prayers and we sing proudly, and we receive Holy Communion along with our community. So these two things are ways in which we spend time together, we pray together, and we worship together. Another answer you may have had is that you can help with the readings at Mass, or you can help with the singing. You can be part of the choir at Mass. You can also be an altar server, a ministrant. And in that way you can care for each other and spend time together as friends. You can also pray for each other. You can pray for your parish members, for your friends at church, for your priests, for your sisters. And you can help clean our church. So in these two ways, in prayer and in taking care of our physical church, we are able to care for each other and pray together. So by being an active member of our church community, we can share our talents, give our time, and help others. So what do I mean by share our talents? Not everybody in this class should join the choir, for example, because we're not all good at singing. I was never good at singing. That would have been a bad idea. So God gives us specific talents, and He then wants us to use them for the good of our church community. So think of something that you think you're good at, or that's something that you have the ability to do. Like you have the ability to pray. You have the ability to join the the choir. You can sing for your church, right? Like we talked about. Or if you're good at reading out loud, you can read the readings. So think of what talents God gave you and how you can use them and your time to help your community and help others, specifically in our parish, in our parafia, Świętego Eugeniusza. And we know that if we work together as a church community, if we're active members of it, we can help each other reach heaven. So ultimately, what I want you guys to understand from this lesson is that it's not just up to the priests and religious sisters of our parishes to make our parish run, to help us all be holy. We have to help each other become holy. We have to help our parish run, because a few people can't do all that, right? The priests and sisters can't do that alone. So we really have to try to be the best members of our church that we can be. Okay, so for homework, grade 5s, I want you to go to page 109 and do number 3. And then there's one question on page 110. So page 109, number 3, and page 110. Grade 6s, please go to page 105 and do number 1, and page 106 and do number 2. And both classes, please send in your homework to our class email, class56eugene@gmail.com. Okay, let us close in prayer. Ojca i Syna i Ducha Świętego. Amen. Today, let's pray for our parishes. Zdrowaś Mario, łaskiś pełna Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego Jezus. Święta Mario, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen. Ojca i Syna i Ducha Świętego. Amen.
Nie lękaj się!